Hi guys, it's me, Udoka. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I talk about my mental health and whatever I want. And today, I actually have a laundry list of items. I have a laundry list because it's hit or miss. I never know if somebody's watching because the topic is really hot or if it's going to be one of my videos where only 50 people see it. But today I want to talk about Angelica, Oles, Smokey Glow, Eugenia, Cooney, which will lead into Trisha Paytas, and just a general mental health update. So, welcome. It is Saturday night. I have some things to do. I'm experimenting kind of with makeup. So, let's just have a chat while I'm doing this. So, I think I'm going to title this Why I Unsubscribed from Angelica Oles, because I don't know, that title seems to be catchy. I didn't unsubscribe from Angelica Oles just from, the drama with Smokey Glow. I've actually been unsubscribed from her for a while. Let me tell you why. Let me preface this. Oh gosh, that reminds me. We also need to talk about Rich Lex. Hold on, let me write this on here. Where's my little thing to write? Because I have something to say about Rich Lex. Okay? I got something to say. Okay. But first, understand I am biased against Angelica Oles. Why? Because I used to be subscribed to her earlier this year. And, when you watch somebody's channel and you just really not feeling it or whatever, you're not really feeling it, but you're watching it because you're hoping to glean some insight or glean some information you weren't prior privy to. That was me watching Angelica Oles. And after a while, I just got tired of her because I would watch her and she would have nothing original to say about any situation. Nothing. I'll watch 4 different drama channels, dissect receipts, give updates, give exclusive, give the tea. And then I'll watch Angelica Oles and she'll be repeating the same exact things those channels said first, or just old information. And it just got to the point where it was like, girl, what is this? What is the goal of your channel? What is the vision? You literally just regurgitating what anybody says. This is boring. So it went from me giving her a shot and watching the entire video to just watching a little bit of the beginning to see if, just to see. And then what made me finally unsubscribe was when, I don't remember the exact context or the exact situation, but it was she covered somebody. I don't know if it was Trisha Paytas or Jeffree Star. I don't know. She was covering someone. And the backlash, a couple of months ago was XYZ. Everybody was mad that they did such and such thing. Fast forward 5 months, Jeffree Star's friends started spinning their own narrative and whatever. And all of a sudden, Angelica Oles' narrative no longer matches what she used to say. I don't know if that makes sense. It's whatever the popular narrative is, she runs with that, even if it contradicts something that she said in the past. I don't mess with that. I don't like that. I don't like listening to people or giving time to people who don't have their own morals and principles that they stand by. If your moral compass is whatever the wind blows, you don't have value for me. I feel super uncomfortable because on top of that, her videos are criticizing other people for their behavior. So it's how can you be the police of people's behavior on you? Girl, this lip color is not it for this. I don't know, girls. I don't know what I'm doing. But, it's just how can you be the police when you need policing as well. Like, it doesn't sit right with me. I unsubscribe. I haven't thought about her since, until the Smokey Glow situation, and I wasn't paying attention too much to the situation because it was like, honey, what are the girls fighting about now? Something about being transphobic, something about being anti-POC, something. Well, let me tell you, number one, I honestly do not care what a young, super white girl, like when I say super white, I'm talking about Angelica Oles has blonde hair, blue eyes, like the definition of white. I don't care what she has to say about black people. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know about that. I don't care. But I do like Smokey Glows. And when I was hearing about Smokey Glows was friends with Angelica Oles, I was like, that's weird. Because Smokey Glows strikes me as a person who does have some kind of moral compass that guides their thoughts and opinions, and Angelica Oles doesn't. So I'm just like, how did that hook up? Like, Angelica Oles strikes me, especially, why would me, a minority living in America, care about what a young white girl has to say? I don't think she is. Angelica Oles in America, she has a thick accent, so she wasn't raised here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. But I found it interesting. I'm like, how is somebody like Smokey Glow, she strikes me as a more mature, experienced person, how is somebody like that BFF with somebody like Angelica Oles? Like, I just don't see it, honey. But I listened to Smokey Glow's whatever. The whole drama's a hot mess. I don't care about the drama. And here's why. Because after I saw that people like are starting to actually really care about it. Y'all, I am experimenting to the max. I do not know what I'm doing with this makeup, honey. After I saw people like were really taking this girl fight seriously, I was like, okay, let me see what's up. Only to find out that it's about two white cis women talking about what is and what is not racist and transphobic. It's like, you are not our source for opinions on that stuff. Like, why y'all care? Then I realized why everyone cares, because they don't actually care. Okay, they don't actually care about if there's people on this channel, being microaggressive and stuff. They don't care. They don't care, because you know what every drama channel's talking about? They're not talking about being a stand-up person and being inclusive and understand, like, they're not talking about that stuff. They're talking about, well, Smokey Glow wasn't a good friend. What? Why do I need to care about like, and then that's what it showed. That's why I want to talk about Rich Lex, because what it's shown me is a lot of these people, and I guess they live in Hollywood, honey. Maybe that's just how it is in Cali. But a lot of these people, the type of people who, it doesn't matter what your friend did. It doesn't matter. Doesn't even matter if you think it's right or wrong. What matters is that you stick up for your friend even if they're wrong. Like, no. Like, what? Like, they want each other to publicly stick up for each other even if they know the other person did wrong. That doesn't make sense to me. And that doesn't make sense to Smokey Glow. I'm like, go ahead, girl. It doesn't matter if these little, honey, I don't even know how to say things without being offensive, but like, you really don't need their friendship, like, at all. At all. Like, their friendship doesn't seem like it will enrich your life. And it doesn't seem like it'll enrich your career. In fact, it seems like it'll bring you a lot of headache and drama. And so I don't know how Rich Lex gets into this, But with Rich Lux, here's what I gotta say. I don't pay attention to any drama surrounding Rich Lux. And here's why, guys. And this will kind of lead into my next point about Eugenia, Cooney, and Trisha Paytas. Now, what I'm about to say, listen, if you are a Rich Lux fan, you need to go ahead, cover your ears. Go ahead, cover your ears. I'm about to make you mad. Y'all about to blow up my comment section. Just get ready. I'm just preparing you. You about to not like what I say real quick. Okay, and if somebody knows how I can, like, keep my false lashes from getting dust and stuff on them, I would surely appreciate it, honey. Rich Lux, to me, hear me out, okay? I think Rich Lux un poco, how do you say, como se dice, despacio, un poco. Okay, you feel me? You feel what I'm saying? Like, pull up Google Translate, girl. Cause if the fans see this video, they finna blow me up, honey. I really think so. I really think he's a little slow. I think he is. Now, why am I saying that? Because listen, it's not, don't just say something like that just for laughs. There's a reason for this. Why I'm saying this. Because, and this is solely my opinion, y'all. Solely my opinion. Before somebody come up in the comments talking about, he wears here improve. This is my opinion. This just based on what I have seen and my opinion. Because of that limitation he has, I believe that he has. He has to navigate life a certain way, y'all. What do I mean? Let me use an example. Y'all seen The Simpsons? That cartoon with the yellow people? Okay. I've been watching The Simpsons for years. And there's a character named Mr. Burns, okay? Mr. Burns is like the Donald Trump. I don't know if that looks good, y'all, whatever. Mr. Burns is like the Donald Trump of the Simpsons world. He's old, rich, and doesn't care about people. And Mr. Burns has an assistant named Mr. Smithers or something like that. Now, if you watch The Simpsons, like, in 2000, from 2015 onward, you watching The Simpsons, their relationship is kind of like, I don't know if the word is homoerotic. Am I allowed to say that on YouTube? The relationship is kind of like, Mr. Smithers might be sprung from Mr. Burns type thing, but if you watch The Simpsons like in the 90s and early 2000s, it wasn't so much like that. That was more like a fanfic thing, and now they're making it canon. But and it's my comment is not about that. My comment is, before that, the relationship was like Mr. Smithers is Mr. Burns B. You know what B stands for, okay? The witch that's not in control. The witch that comes at every beck and call, you know what I'm saying? And Mr. Smithers would happily do it. Now, remember, I'm talking about the 90s, because I think as of, 2015, the reason why he would happily be the witch, romance. But in the 90s, they didn't really say why he was the witch. They just kind of left it open-ended. In my opinion, there's some people who will be a Mr. Smithers to a Mr. Burns because they feel like that's how they have to navigate life. They feel like they don't have a talent. They feel like their best chance to make it in life is to be on the coattails of somebody rich, powerful, with influence. And in my opinion, I think that's why Rich Lux is such a brown noser. So I don't take anything he does or says as controversial seriously. He says good things about Jeffree Star to this day. It doesn't matter what era of Jeffree Star we're in. If we're in the era that where everybody loves him, if we're in the era that everybody hates him, Rich Lux will not badmouth him. Like, if you've ever wondered why would Rich Lux say that or do that or hang out with that person, it's not it. In my opinion, it is purely because he's brown nosing. And in my opinion, he brown noses because he's limited in the other regard. You see what I'm saying? So for that reason, I don't pay attention to drama involving him because it's not serious. It's like getting caught up in remember when there used to be those magazines like Y14, like magazines for like teenagers, and it will tell you like, here's the tea. Oh my gosh, Justin Bieber at 13 years old is dating 14-year-old Selena Gomez. I don't know. Like, stuff like that where if you're a grown adult, you do not care. But maybe little kids will care, but as a grown adult, you don't care. That's how I feel when it comes to Rich Lux. Like, you're a person, if you were in my shoes and you really felt like he has that kind of limitation and you understand why he makes the moves that he does, nothing he does is drama to you. Nothing he does is just like this Jeffree Star paying $45,000 of hush money. Literally, I don't care what comes out about Jeffree Star tomorrow. I'm not surprised. Like, the most insane story can come out tomorrow about Jeffree Star. Well, not surprised. There's no gasp from me. Just, okay, you can give me the specific facts and details, but I'm not shocked that it's not drama. It's not tea to me, because to be expected, not surprised. Best case, to be expected. Worst case, not surprised. That's how I see Rich Lux. Now, that's why I don't talk about him, care about him, watch him, listen to him, anything, because I feel like I know what's up. I have my opinion on what's up. Bringing it to Eugenia, Cooney, and Trisha Paytas. I put these two ladies in the same category, honey. Here's why. Okay? I don't like watching drama about these women anymore. I don't. I don't. If I see it on my feed, I scroll. I skip. Unless it's a YouTuber I trust. Like, I like, what's her face? Tamimi. I like her. I saw that she just uploaded about Eugenia Cooney. I will watch that because I trust Tamimi to be a rational person. But in general, if I see it, I scroll because for the same reason. If you feel like somebody has a certain limitation or a certain issue, and in your head it explains every move they make, then nothing that happens with that person is drama or tea. So with Eugenia Cooney, she's looking very, very much how she was looking before she went to that rehabilitation clinic, honey, whatever. And I feel like at this point, I think we should be educated enough. Like, Shane Dawson made a whole documentary. Okay, the girl came back from a friggin' rehabilitation place. Like, I think everybody should feel and be aware that the girl has a problem. And it's not a problem that just disappears. Like, so why make tea about it? Like, why gossip about it? Like, the girl has a problem and you gossiping about it isn't helping her. Like, you're making it worse, actually. And I don't know the circumstance or the situation that happened that made her finally go seek help the first time. But I don't know how much of it had to do with turning her serious situation into tea. That doesn't sit right with me, personally. And I have a master's degree in nutrition. My career goal before I was hit with reality was to be specifically an eating disorder dietitian. I personally have never dealt with ED, but mental health is huge to me, and so I wanted that to be my profession. So I can tell you from professional experience that I don't know if that looks right, y'all. You know what? We tried, y'all. We really tried. If you want to know, by the way, this is called lash glue. Oh, I'm offended. I'm a real YouTuber now. This is called lash glue liner. You literally apply it like eyeliner in your falsie stick, and it stays. It stays. It's way better than that magnetic stuff and the magnetic liners and stuff like that, honey. I'm done with those. Anyway, like, that's not, like, leave Eugenia Cooney alone. What I was saying, you don't just go to rehab and you're fine. Like, most of the girls that have to go to a rehab, and like, it's literally like a house that you literally live in, and you can't have your cell phone, you're limited computer access. Every meals and snacks, you have 2 snacks a day, 3 meals a day. You plan your meals with, a counselor. They sit with you at the table and watch you eat. And they also, honey, I don't know about this. They also like hang around to, you're not allowed to use the restroom after you eat for like an hour. Like, you are literally in this house with full focus of helping you to fix your eating. And once you start making progress, it's expensive. So you can't just stay there forever. So once you start making progress, you go home. Well, guess what? You go home. What happens? Same thing with drug addicts. You relapse. Same thing with anything. If you're trying to lose weight, and so your plan is to exercise, and you'll do good for 2 weeks, and then you let it go. Like, same thing that happens with anybody and everybody, except the difference is when you have an ED or some kind of mental health issue, the relapse really negatively affects your life. And so you have to go back. And so people, like, sometimes people have to go back. Like, you are a really good success story if you only had to go back 3 times. I'm telling you, like, I'm sure there's someone, but it's just kind of unheard of for someone to go 1 time and never have the issue again. It's unheard of. People go 5 times, 10 times, 15 times. I'm not kidding. People go back. You go back until you're healed enough to function in life. So I was like, yay, celebrate that she went and she came and she's back. But y'all need to understand, give it a few months, this girl's going to get skinny again. And y'all need to understand that that's just the nature of the beast. And she doesn't have control over it. The only thing she has control of is choosing to get help. That's the only thing she has control over. And ED it is vicious. Like, if you think you're somebody who has negative thoughts going on in your head all the time, these girls, and if you live in America, there's food everywhere, there's commercials. She's a YouTuber, there's mukbangs. There's other, this girl's popular, it's probably because she's pretty. Like, y'all, social media makes it worse. Like, it is hard. And she's young. So, the limited life experience to have the perspective, it is hard. So I'm really against making drama about her. I mean, even talk, because it's kind of like talking about somebody's issues. It's kind of like if somebody gets diagnosed with cancer and you just start talking about your speculation. So maybe their tumor grew. You know what I mean? Like even me talking about it, I kind of feel like there's am I crossing the line? So I'm just so against people making videos about this girl. If you gonna, then just make it about educating people about what she's struggling with. Like, not even specific to her, or looking into her stuff and looking at her, well, look at this YouTube video, she did this and said. Like, just make it about educating people. You know what I mean? Like, if we can put education out there so that the people who watch Eugenia Cooney stumble upon it and learn something, or maybe you help somebody recognize that they're dealing with it, then that might be worth it. And same goes for Trisha Paytas. At least when it comes to anything with Ethan and Hila Klein, I'm not down for drama videos about. This dress is a little too tight, so glad we're looking Nick up. We have seen, they did an episode with Dr. Drew where we got a better understanding of what the heck goes on with Trisha when she goes cuckoo, right? And she told us that she's in therapy, she's getting treatment, she's made progress, she's made improvements, she's better at identifying it, which is really huge. She probably does some form of DBT, is it dialectic behavioral therapy? Honey, it's been a while. She's probably doing some form where in that type of therapy, the main goal is to teach you to catch yourself when the cuckoo moment is happening. So we've seen that. And we've seen that when she goes off on Ethan and says things that don't make sense and says things that's just clearly hurtful, we know that she's dissociated at that point. We know that she probably has some form of personality disorder, and she's aware of it, and she's working on it. And now we know Ethan and Hila and Moses, everybody involved, is aware of it. Great. Now, the situation that happened where she went off and she said, I'm quitting frenemies. Because why can't I asked to talk about Hila? Why can't we talk about Hila? That whole thing. The fact that she went off, really, I guess live, because they didn't edit it. But the fact that she went off, okay, bad look. But you also understand why she did, okay? What happened next was there was some back and forth. There was some apologies. I am proud of Trisha for taking ownership. I mean, some people use their mental health as an excuse as to why their bad behavior is okay. Your mental health is not an excuse for your bad behavior. It is just, it helps us understand why the bad behavior happened and what we can do to help hold you accountable so it doesn't happen again. That's my opinion. And so I was really proud of that until Hila and Ethan started talking about it on their podcast, on their show together. I'm like, what? That's where y'all messed up. Why would you talk about it again? Knowing what you know about this woman. Knowing that you know that the issue itself is sensitive for her. Knowing that you know her biggest issue was that there was no communication outside the camera. Why would y'all then bring it up again and talk about it again? And she wasn't even there to defend herself. That was wrong. And I was very surprised that the clients didn't catch themselves. I was like, usually y'all make, decisions that make sense, but this one didn't make sense. I mean, maybe you got caught up in the moment, but bad on y'all. Bad on y'all. I don't like that they did that. But all of this to say, I don't like watching drama videos about anything to do with Trisha Paytas on that show. Now, other things like Trisha Paytas going off on Charlie D'Amelio and stuff like that, it's like, girl, I mean, go ahead, y'all, roast her. But for that Frenemy show thing, I'm not interested in seeing drama to that, because we know anything that happens, we know why it's happening. And also we know that it needs to be handled off camera. Like, it's entertaining. That's why we click. That's why the show is called Frenemies. But once it happens and both of you agree, okay, we're not going to edit this, you still have to resolve the issue. You basically have a coworker / frenemy / potential in-law who has this mental health issue that directly hinders and affects the relationship of everyone in the family. You need to handle with care. Like, in my opinion, it's just like I said, like, kids have kid drama. As an adult, you don't need to divulge yourself into kid drama. If you are a more rational person, a more mature person, yeah, in a perfect world, everybody, regardless of their mental health issues, will take ownership and step up and be the bigger person. But we're not in the perfect world. And you have a relationship with this person. This is not just some stranger that you met online or some coworker that you don't have a life with outside of work. This is somebody who is really in your life. Be the bigger person, not by anything other than discussing off camera. That's all that I ask, is that you discuss it off camera. So I'm not down for watching drama channels on that. So, yeah, that's my opinion. I've been talking for 30 minutes. I think I touched on my opinion with all that stuff with Angelica. I have a list here. Angelica, Oles, Rich Lux, Smokey Glow, Eugenia, Cooney, Trisha Paytas. And please make sure you leave a comment so I know what y'all are thinking. Like I mentioned, I don't know the details of everything for this one. Okay, that Dad Challenge podcast and that Without a Crystal Ball, those situations got me hot. So I knew my ish with that video. But this one is just like, why, guys? Why? This is more a criticism of the community more than the individuals at hand. So before I log off here, let me give a quick mental health update, okay? I've been feeling better these days, and I realize why. I've had a change of environment. Severely underestimated how your work environment can contribute to your mental health. And it's hard to tell. It's like a fish swimming in dirty water. Like, you can try to tell the fish, hey, you're living in dirty water, and the fish will just be like, really? I mean, I don't know. I've just been living in here. I don't know. You know what I mean? But yeah. So that has helped me. Changing my environment has helped me to not be like, so like, oh my God, I need to get this IV ketamine treatment now, but I'm still saving for it. Pretty much, I honestly, I stopped taking everything. The only thing that I'm taking right now is CBD oil at night, but stop the Zoloft, stop the ADHD medication. I don't know if it's serving me. I feel like oh my gosh, there's just so much going on that I'm putting that mental health piece on the back burner, kind of, which is wrong. I'm addressing it right now. Because if I don't get back on my horse with the mental health stuff, it's going to kick me in the butt. Okay? It's like, if have you ever, I don't know, those of you who are watching because you relate on the mental health piece, there will be times where you're feeling amazing and you're feeling great. And then who knows when, a few weeks later, you're in the pits. And it sucks when you were feeling great, so you took it for granted and you didn't have anything set up for when you get in the pits. I want to avoid that situation. So that's where I'm at mental health wise. I know somebody else mentioned, how do I do time management? I'm going to have to make another video on that. That's something I still struggle with it, but I have to have a lot of external things. Like I have a calendar there. I have this dry erase no board here. I have reminders on my phone. I have a physical planner. I have my online I mean, I have a lot of things to help support. So if that's something, I don't know if that person, like, really, if you still here, you watch, and leave me a comment so I know it's you. I'll make sure I make a video completely dedicated to that. But hey, thanks for watching. It's just my opinion, especially this video. Purely 100% opinion. Don't ask me for receipts. I can't give it to you. It's just, I don't know. I've been watching this stuff for a while, and this is the opinion that I've come to. But there are a lot of other channels that do have receipts. So if you have a good one, if there's one you think I should watch, like, you know, maybe something that, hey, I think this video will change your mind, you know. Or, nah, you got it right on. Here's receipts as to why you're right. Either way, let me know. Make sure you thumbs up the video if you liked it. Thumbs down if you didn't. And until next time, much love, much luck. Peace out.